How are we doing, Robust family? Look, before this show starts, which I know you're going to enjoy, can I ask you just to do me a small favor? I need all of you to give a robust smash to that like and subscribe button. Why? Because it helps us a lot. We want to get this material out there, and it makes sure that you do not miss a breakfast show beat on this Liberty Radio YouTube channel. All right, guys, do it right now, and I'll see you in the show. That's right, guys. We're going to have a good day. It's your breakfast show. And man, I wouldn't have it any other way. I'm your host, Robert Ashington, your robust presenter. Ready to start the day with that vim, gusto, and determination inside of your heart. So wherever you're tuning in today, wherever you're from, those of you who are on DAB, our newfound family, you're driving across London or outside London, and you are finding something to listen to, and you don't want to get too serious, but yet you want to get something that could benefit your life, you stopped in the right place. I'm going to be with you from now until 10 o'clock, taking over from Let There Be Light, which was on just previously with Bishop James. All right, guys, and it is a Wellness Wednesday today, where we look at tools, tips, and ideas in order to take care of the only temple we have to live in while we're here on this earth. And you know, I'm never alone. I'm never by myself. No, never. As the blue cap is on my head, you're using the app and you can see us in the studios. We have our sound man, our wonderful, wonderful sound man. Behold! Oh yes, as he ascends down from the clouds with his perfectly structured cheekbones and glistening bronze skin, it's the one, it's the only, it's Colossus. Good morning to you, Colossus.
Good morning, everyone.
Oh, that voice, it just hits me every time. How are you doing, you charming man?
I'm doing good.
No, you're above men. No, how can I just call you a charming man? You are the charming man.
Thank you.
You're awesome. How you feeling today?
Feeling good, yes.
Yeah,
how was yourself?
I'm good. I'm ready to go. Yeah. How was being inspired this morning? Oh, sorry, Let There Be Light this morning.
It was good.
Yeah.
We always have some issues in the morning, but we know how to deal with them.
You are the guy. We know. I can't even do that voice. I just can't do that tone. You just make it sound so perfect.
I'm gonna start getting shy if you keep.
Your words melt our hearts. Okay, guys, this is your breakfast show. That's Colossus.
It is what it is.
As well as Colossus, our Sandman, joining us this morning, we have Miss Sunshine herself, the lady when she enters the room. We know it's going to be a nice day. It's the one. It's the only. There's only one. I'm feeling the presence. It's Deborah. Good morning to you, Deborah.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm good. You know, I feel like dancing when I hear this song, you know. Yeah, but the thing is, because we're on DAB, yeah, they can't see my retro dance moves.
I know.
Yeah. How are you doing today, Debs?
Okay.
Well, stop being afraid of your mic. Speak to us, Debs.
I'm okay. I'm good. Just battling through traffic, but I'm here.
Yeah.
So I give thanks.
Oh, that's beautiful. Great to have you with us. As well as Deborah bringing the sunshine today. We're going to have Samuel parachuting in very, very shortly. Samuel Dankwa, who you met yesterday on the Table Justice. But we have our special guest for today. A man that literally every time I open, like I usually just, when it comes to social media, like Instagram, I'm like, yeah, that's cool. That's nice. But this gentleman has literally got me locked into Instagram. I'm following his escapades, and literally he's a personal coach just after my own heart. If I was a personal coach, but I'm not. So he's gonna find out the truth about one of his young little followers, and probably rebuke me. But anywho, let me give you a big warm welcome to the one and only Kenny. Good morning to you, Kenny. Hey.
Good morning. Thank you for the amazing welcome. I'm loving the energy, Robert, this morning.
Hey.
Picking me up.
Yeah. How you doing today, bro?
I'm very good. I'm very well, thank you. And yourself?
I'm good. How you feeling this morning?
I'm feeling good. Blessed. Happy to be here.
Yes.
full of energy.
Yeah.
So yeah,
That's how we roll.
looking forward to it.
Love it, love it, love it. And also, as well as you being here, all right, you also brought your fiance.
Fiance.
And the first thing we did is we put Cersei tea in front of her in her hand. And she was like,
gosh.
"Are we really doing this?" Yeah. How you doing, my lady? Say good morning.
Oh, good morning, everybody.
Yeah. And gosh, I forgot your name.
It's Donna.
Donna. I was gonna say Jasmine. I don't know. I just thought of Aladdin. I don't know why. I'm changing my life so bit by bit. Oh gosh, you know I make up names for people. I make up names for everyone. Like I got Miss Sunshine over here, Colossus over there, and I just keep making up these strange names. We even had someone called Hercules.
Oh, yeah.
You and my mum will get along then. 'Cause making up names, that's her special talent.
That's
so.
a special. Maybe it's in the Ghanaian DNA.
It might be. To be fair, she's Gambian, so maybe it's West African.
Oh, it's West African. That whole diaspora, isn't it? Like you know, you will let there be like you will be Wednesday, you will be Tuesday, you will be Saturday. But anyway, Donna, it's great to have you with us on the show.
Thank
How
you for
been?
having me.
Yeah, how you been this morning?
Yeah, good. Thank you. Blessed.
Yes.
I'm happy to be here. So thank you for having me. on.
Fantastic. And look. So we're going to go into it with you guys today. We are going to be learning so much today because it is a Wellness Wednesday and it's all about taking care of our bodies. All right. On the Breakfast Show, we have days where we just have more music, banter. We have days where it's the pursuit of success. To take that next step to achieve our definition of success. We even have Relationship Power Thursdays where we talk about subjects to do with having good relationships with ourselves, those around us, and romantic relationships. But today it's going to be all about our health. And I know I can see you, brother. You are ready to fire.
Oh, I'm ready to go.
Okay. Parachuting in the man himself, Samuel Dankwa, this morning.
Good morning, everyone.
How you doing, man?
I'm well. My first, I'm breaking my records this week.
I know. I mean, you're someone that
First
makes
Tuesday,
yourself.
first Wednesday.
You're just being available, and like we're just on the Breakfast Show. We're just happy to receive you on the table of justice.
Thank you for having us.
You're awesome. We had a call from Lady Jazz. This morning, she actually sent us a message. She took it upon herself to make a video call. Don't know we have a live show. She's doing video call. We love our soldiers. She's like, we love her. So no, but it was nice of her to send a video call just to say thank you to you. Because she was the one that actually introduced me to your channel, and I was like, this is really nice. And then also I started following, and you started putting stuff up. I'm like, he's after my own heart. So what was it like hearing that from Lady Jazz from Chanel?
No, really nice actually. I think sometimes when you're like creating and doing your work, you get a bit lost in what you're doing, and maybe sometimes you don't know who's listening or who you're making an impact on. So when you do get that feedback, it's always nice. It's always a confirmation that okay, you're doing the right thing. Keep on going.
Yeah.
So it was really nice.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Donna, when are you gonna start your page?
Oh, pressure. Well, I'm happy being the camera woman behind. So I help him with this content.
She's the magic behind the camera.
Wow.
She should really take all the plaudits.
No.
That's so true. You need a camera person.
Yeah.
Because every time you think you just see the person on the screen, but no, you have the camera person. And That's awesome. All right.
She's my helper. She's
your helper. Yeah, Samuel was dropping some bars. So those of you who are tuning in and you're driving and you're listening to the Breakfast Show for the first time, this is how it is. We have this energy here today, and every day, every Monday. Ain't it, Colossus? Ain't it, guys? It's just Breakfast Show energy in the morning, right? Yeah. I mean, look at the music. We're just like turn up, go on, let's go.
Yeah.
So it's just high energy in the morning, And speaking about high energy, we also like to tantalize everyone's minds. We like to tantalize the thoughts of our listeners because we want to be a bit more, a bit mentally stretched as well. So look, as we are now moving from one thing to the next, we're going to go into our morning coffee question for today to tantalize our mind, and it's going to be to do with our wellness. Colossus, share with us the morning coffee question in your Dorset wonderful tones.
So the morning coffee question is: if you could change one small habit tomorrow morning to feel healthier, what would it be?
All right, there we go, guys. Deborah, why you look so guilty?
I'm just thinking. I'm just thinking.
Do you see that guilt look in her eyes? It's like God was telling me this ages ago, and I have to go talk it on this live program.
I know.
So what would you change? If you could change one small habit tomorrow morning to feel healthier, what would it be? And Donna looks at me and I'm looking at Donna. All right, so guys, send it through to us in a live chat. Please do. You send us a short message in the WhatsApp line. Short. Short. All right, the WhatsApp line number is Debs. Fire for us, please.
The WhatsApp number is +44 75 79 79 6845.
One more time.
+44 75 79 79 6845.
All right, that's a breakfast show WhatsApp line using the WhatsApp platform. You can send us a voice note. If you could change one small habit tomorrow morning to feel healthier, what would it be? All right. So Donna, I'm gonna let you fire first because after the Sarah CT, I could see that. When it comes, I have the same dynamic with my wife.
Yeah.
She's come a long way.
Yeah.
And there's some things like it's like, why are you doing that? But it's good for you, babes.
Yeah.
And we're all making our way. And so Sarah CT doesn't taste so good. So I want to know anything that you would come to your mind.
Well, what I've been doing lately is doing some apple cider vinegar in warm water, haven't I? Because I am a caramel latte coffee drinker, as Kenny knows.
Oh, wow.
And I'm trying to change that habit to have something that's going to really curb that sweetness and keep me satiated for as long as possible.
Yeah.
Have some black coffee,
Yeah.
intermittent fasting, which Kenny also brought me into.
Yeah.
I find that's really working for me, to be honest, and my gut. So only that is just a little
Do you see?
thing.
I mean, he's like
There we
he's
go.
after my own heart.
There we
He's
go.
after my own heart. Like the whole thing that we've been doing on the show, like literally, it's scary. It's scary.
But it's a good scary.
It's a good scary.
It's a good scary. It's a good scary. I like that. It's a good scary.
I lost 12 kg.
Wow.
In 7 weeks.
Wow.
Literally, I was using ChatGPT to help me. Intermittent fasting.
Yeah.
Apple cider vinegar.
Yeah.
I also added MCT oil as well for my intermittent fasting. Literally, so you see, look, you see the situation.
I like that.
That's how we roll, bro.
Yeah.
I'm coming to you, Kenny. I'm coming to you. So we heard from Donna. I'm gonna jump on the apple cider vinegar because I came off it after I did the couple of weeks. So that's a good one. That's a good one. Samuel, what would you say? What would you start tomorrow to be healthier? I'm going to start that tomorrow, by the way.
I think I'm in a good place today. You guys are really going to fire me up with good ideas. Something I do which is not good. I know it's not good, but when it happens, you just feel... So I don't eat regularly when I should do at the right time.
Yeah.
And then when I get a craving, and I would just grab the most nearest thing to eat.
Yeah.
So like the pastries...
Yeah.
Biscuits.
Yeah, we're all guilty.
And I love my food, so I just binge on it quickly. I scoff it down.
Yeah.
And then I feel the pains afterwards.
I tell you.
So it's something I'm really trying to break away from that.
I hear you.
But so it's a habit that needs to change, but also I need to change the attitude towards it.
Yeah.
I need to go a little bit down and change and see what is making me.
Yeah.
So that's something I need to change ASAP.
All right. So those high carb foods, pastries, they taste so good, but they can't be a fundamental part of our snacking.
Yeah.
That's a good one. I think I'm going to take that one in my pocket as well. All right, Debs, what's your one?
I was even thinking yesterday, because that's why when the question came up, I was like, yeah,
it's okay.
So I need to drink more water, definitely. I mean, I do drink water, but I don't drink enough of it. Yeah. And I think yesterday I was feeling a bit parched, so I thought, you know what? I said, and I had the Celtic salt.
Celtic sea salt, yeah.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah. And
you see, brother? We see, we're all here, mate. Where are we?
Yeah, he's helping us. But
wow.
yesterday I thought, okay, because I was getting into it before, but then I lapsed, you see, because like when life gets busy. So I said, yes, I've got to drink more water.
Yeah, I hear that.
It's really important.
That's it.
It's a good one.
I'm going to take that one in my... So we got the apple cider vinegar. Then we've got cutting out those carbs and pastries. Then we've got
hydrating.
Yeah. And I think with me, I would have done Colossus, but he only eats heavenly food in Mount Olympus. So yeah.
Can I ask a question? Is it true that in terms of keeping your body hydrated, it's not just water, but you can have any? Well, Ghanaians, we say beverage. I'm not talking about alcoholic one, but you can have hot teas and juices and whatnot. That also counts. That also counts to the hydration.
Absolutely,
Is that true?
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you can also get it from like cucumber and watermelon. Those help to hydrate you as well.
Because I think because we know when you touched on the Celtic sea salt, because I think what we learned is that if we just drink water as it is, it literally just passes through our body. And when we have the Celtic sea salt, it has the potassium, it has the sodium, it has the trace minerals that we need. So our cells absorb it.
That's it.
So we truly become hydrated.
That's it.
And it gives us electrolytes. So
just a Celtic
Celtic
one, just that one.
Yeah.
Why that particular one?
Yeah. Because it's full of trace minerals.
Okay.
Yeah, it's full of trace minerals. Some people do pink and all that lot, but right now there's quite a bit of a discussion like what people are doing to the pink one nowadays. But you find that Celtic sea salt, especially a good brand, you usually find is the good stuff. Yeah. If you look on the breakfast show broadcast, you scroll up, you'll see a particular brand that we used.
Oh, amazing.
Yeah, it's good therapy.
Yeah,
we've been working here, you know.
You've been working.
Kenny, we've been working.
I'm impressed.
We've been trying to do our thing. We've been trying, Kenny. You'd be so proud of us.
Oh, I'm proud of
Seriously. Kenny,
so what's the ratio? How much salt do you put in there? Let's say
It's just a grain.
A grain.
Yeah,
literally just a grain, just a little crystal.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
And then you drink. Yeah. That's all you need to do.
You're good to go.
You're good to go.
You're good to go. All right, so there we have it. So with that, very good questions there. I'm taking all of these back because after I dropped, I was doing okay, and I was like, okay, I can just relax a bit and ease into this like comfort place. But little by little, it started to become all undone. I think with me, I'm gonna be doing that Monday 24-hour fast. I know some of you might sound extreme, all right, but for me personally, it's like that entering the week, it worked good Sunday night to the Monday 24 hours. That worked well for me, and I know that you won't have to do so much of a winding back into normal food on the 24-hour one. It's a pretty good number. So yeah, I think I'm gonna work back on that and the morning intermittent fasting, like not eating in the evening anymore. I came off that. I'm doing a little bit, but I think I could do it.
I'm breaking away from that. I'm breaking away. Me and my wife, we've done well. We just about.
I'm proud of you. You got your wife on board for that as well.
12 years, it took us a struggle. It's not easy. It's not easy to change certain habits
at all.
It's not easy.
I'm stretching over to you, giving you a spot.
Absolutely.
Well done.
Absolutely.
Well done. Let's keep more power to you. All right, Kenny, sorry. We got something in the live chat before we get to Kenny,
Jane Matuku saying, I would have to cut down sugar. I have a very sweet tooth and would need to cut down on sweet things. I think all of us have a little.
That stuff is addictive.
And Mercy from Cardiff, morning Mercy, saying, or a slice of lemon or lime in water also has electrolytes. I have done that in the past. Half a lemon squeeze.
This is
into
beautiful.
Water.
That's good.
First thing.
Yeah.
I'm just going to release one voice note here on the WhatsApp line. This is from this is Lady Jazz.
Oh, Lady Jazz.
Speak to us, Lady Jazz.
Good morning, breakfast family. How are you all doing? I hope you're all having a productive day. So the answer to the morning coffee question, I would say the habit that I would like to get out of is eating crisps. So I'm someone that lives a healthy lifestyle, but sometimes I have my cravings, and when I have my cravings, I always go for the crisps, especially the crisps from Marks and Spencer's.
Oh wow!
Really large
She's going for bread.
They are nice. They are nice.
Salted ones. I always dive in there, so I'm figuring out how I can replace that so that I don't dive into the crisps. So yeah, that's the only one thing I can think of, replacing crisps. All right then, guys, take care, have a good day. Bye.
Thank you so much for that, Lady Jazz. Yeah, the crisps. I'm not a crisp fan. The only crisps I eat is what's it called? It's the pink one. What's the pink one again?
Pringles.
No, pink. The pink color Walkers.
Prawn cocktail.
I only eat prawn cocktail if I do eat.
That was my favorite when I was a kid.
Is it?
Yeah, prawn cocktail.
It's in there somewhere. See,
Cheese and onion.
Cheese and onion, man. You are.
Onion.
Yeah.
Ridged, McCain.
Oh yeah. So look, all of us now start salivating to see what's happening here. Eating healthy is not easy because it goes deep into us, and anything that opposes our desire, we turn hostile against. You want to stop me eating my favorite crisps? You're my enemy. So, Kenny, you don't have an easy time because you put material out there that conflict with everybody else's interests.
You're the number one enemy of
everybody.
Honestly,
It's like a ticket, a car ticket inspector.
Oh my gosh!
Everybody, once you start dealing with health issues and saying like, no, you could do this way. It's not easy, If you got a parking ticket, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, the comment section is sometimes an interesting place on my post for sure.
So if you was to do one thing, I mean, what do you think of what you've heard so far from everyone's comments on what they could change the next day, and what would you change?
No, really good aspects from everybody. I think it's good to be honest with where you are.
Yeah.
I think that's the first thing, and then you can kind of see, okay, this is what I'm struggling with right now. What one step can I take? That's why I really like this question, because I'm really about, okay, what's one thing you can do and implement right now? And when I listen to this question, I think about health quite holistically.
Yeah.
And I think about maybe things that aren't to do necessarily with food. So for me, I've been very guilty of waking up and the first thing I do is scroll on my phone,
Gotcha.
And then it kind of, so one thing I'm trying to do is trying to replace that by just being gratitude, praying, turning to my Bible instead of Instagram,
Beautiful.
and just making sure that my thought patterns are more aligned with how God wants me to think, as opposed to, you know how it goes when you're just scrolling on Instagram and the dopamine, and then all of a sudden you're just in indulging mode, and it kind of leads from there. So I guess that's the thing that I want to change.
Beautiful. And usually if you start the first thing right, everything else kind of aligns as well. So that's a beautiful one. So I definitely, we've got to take that one as well. Definitely.
Absolutely.
So there we have it. So we have in the table of justice apple cider vinegar from Donna. We have those pastries have to go.
They're gone.
They're gone. Yep.
They buried us of today.
Yes.
And more water.
And Deb's is more water.
Absolutely.
And mine is that Monday fasting and intermittent fasting. Re-engage myself with that. And your one is, okay, we wake up in the morning. Let's get into the word. Let's put our mind on things above.
Absolutely.
And then everything else can fall into place. I think that's great.
Yes, really.
Great.
Love
That's
that.
great. Love it. All right, guys. So this is your breakfast show. That was our morning coffee question for today. Mercy is saying
prawn cocktail. I think
prawn
she
cocktail,
like you. She likes the prawn
it's because I mentioned the pink package.
Yeah, and then she says my secret craving crisp is Sensations Original. Actually, I have to say they are.
They're good. They're good.
Yeah.
I don't indulge in them all the time, but every so often, I'll have a Sensation. They're good.
Look, we're going to go into it more very shortly. Some of you are getting the kids ready for school. You're making your way. You're migrating. I know school starts before 9 o'clock nowadays. When I was growing up, it was always 9 o'clock for everyone. But whatever you're doing, you're tuned in. It's great to have you with us. If you're in your car and you're worried, no, I want to follow a conversation. If I leave my car on DAB, I will miss the rest of the breakfast show. Guess what? We have a Liberty Radio app. That's right. We have a Liberty Radio app, and on this app, you'll also see the video. Radio's more than just sound nowadays. You can actually see what's happening in the studio with me with my blue hat and my uniform. All right, so you can continue listening to the conversation on the app or just libertyradio.co.uk. All right, so you're in your car, enjoy it in the car, your hands are on the steering wheel, that's cool. But if you want to continue with us, just download the app from your Play Store and you don't miss a breakfast show beat, okay? Hey guys, I hope you're enjoying the show. Just thought I'd interrupt. If you haven't done already, smash the robust like and subscribe button. Why not? Why not? You like us, I like you. Why not? So we're gonna go into more questions about you. Actually, before you do, I think I just want to just look here. I think a message just came through on our breakfast show WhatsApp line just now. We've got so many means of communication these days, like people just throwing stuff at us left, right, and center. But I think I'm gonna have to call it, guys. If you are sending messages now, I can't. Oh, okay, fine. Okay, so we got Lorraine saying homemade smoothies with all the goodness, especially sea moss, which has lots of vitamins and minerals, especially when one gets tired in the afternoon and increase his water intake. So sea moss, smoothies. Okay, that's a good thing to look into. I love that. That's brilliant. That's absolutely fantastic. Thank you so much for that, Lorraine, over in Birmingham.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
And we've got, I didn't know. Well, we've got Lorraine from Bullring.
Same
Is it
person.
All right,
Yeah. Beautiful.
Bullring is Birmingham.
She covered all bases. That's what she did.
Yeah, so she says there isn't a healthy alternative sugar called stevia. I think I said
Stevia.
Or stevia. It's plant-based and it comes in either white or brown. Yeah, because a lot of people are looking for alternatives to sugar. I mean, for me, I like to put the honey in, but then I'm so conscious that a lot of honey has a lot of sugar in it as well, and you have to really choose the right one. I think Manuka honey is quite a good honey. I don't know if there's anything that you
It's unrefined,
raw honey is also good.
Raw
honey, if you can get your hands on it, is great.
All
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
And is that organic? Is
Organic,
it?
organic raw honey, yeah.
See, we love these conversations. These are good conversations to have, you know. When anything that we have that can uplift us, inform us to make some good decisions, even though it may go against our natural desires and inclinations. That's how life is. I'm afraid you'll find it's usually better and good and better for us. And speaking about ideas and thoughts in order to improve ourselves. Kenny, so we've got you on the show, and it's a pleasure to have you with us, my friend.
Thank you.
Yeah. Lady Jazz introduced me to you. She was here on the show and had a Wellness Wednesday, and she was like, this guy is really good. He's really good. She's like your top fan. Yeah. She's like your number one fan. And afterwards, I started watching your material. I became your number one fan. I said, get out of there. I'm his number one fan. I see you walking on the grass barefoot. I'm that's what I do. I do that. So I really enjoy your material.
Thank you.
So just give us a bit of an idea of where you come from, where you're from, a bit of your background, please.
Yeah, so my ethnic background, I'm West African, Ghanaian and Gambian. So my dad is from Ghana. My mum is from the Gambia.
Beautiful.
It's another love story behind that.
I know, I was thinking about that.
There is a love story behind that.
Tuesday
Maybe we'll get into that at some point. Yeah.
Remind me of a question later on.
Absolutely, yeah. So, that's my heritage. And, I'm born and raised in the UK, born in southwest London, and then moved to Kent when I was 6 or 7. And I've been there ever since. So that's why you see me walking in the fields. I'm a country guy.
Beautiful.
So yeah, that's me. Sorry, what was the question? Were you?
Yeah, so just tell us a bit about your journey.
My journey, yeah.
And how you got into personal training and fitness. Yeah.
So I always say it's kind of written in the stars. I was always quite a sporty kid, quite athletic. But I always struggled with my weight. I always struggled with that. And I always kind of put on weight very easily. And it was a kind of a point of contention in my life. It was something that just always bothered me. I didn't understand why my brother could eat the same thing I ate,
like a stick,
not move, and then I just look at rice and and I explode. And I just wanted to get to the bottom of it, but I just didn't know how. So as I was getting older, I found it was getting harder for me to control my weight, regardless of how active I was. So I knew that there was something that I needed to know. It takes me to a Bible verse. The Bible says that my people perish for a lack of knowledge, right? And so knowledge and wisdom is the principal thing. And it kind of made me a lot more cautious, or what's the word? Conscious from a young age to ask questions about health.
Really?
And find out, okay, what is really the root of this? How can I get to the bottom of this? And that's what really pointed me in this direction.
So roughly how old was you at that time?
This was honestly very young, teenage years.
Wow. So
13, 12, 13.
Okay. Because usually at that age, if someone's overweight, sometimes they can fall into depression, demonstrate anger patterns and people wondering, look, what's wrong with you? You're young. You know? But did you have any of that? Or was you just someone who was like, I need to find a solution?
It was more so that. I've always been quite inquisitive as a child. So my inclination always to ask questions. Why? You're a different kind of kid. I love that. Mum's prayers.
Yeah.
Mum's prayers.
Yeah, good.
So Yeah, I kind of always had that issue, but then fast forward into, I'd say 2020, I think that was quite a pivotal time for a lot of people, the pandemic and everything like that. And I was really at a crossroads in my life, in every sense of the word.
In terms of career, work, studying.
Spiritual life.
Okay.
It was a time when I was questioning everything, and it was like at a point in my spiritual life where I was like, okay, I'm going to go all in here.
Do you know what's interesting? That time period of lockdown and pandemic, etc., it's like it produced superheroes and villains.
Yeah.
Because people had a chance to literally think for a change and stop. And in your case, it thankfully was for the positive. Something was happening.
Absolutely. Then the Bible says in so many ways to be still. And I think there's a reason for that, because when you can be still, you can start hearing from God.
Yes.
The Holy Spirit can start speaking. And that was it for me. And it pointed me into a direction of purpose, which was health.
Really?
I was originally working in finance.
Wait, so did you? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Busy life.
Very busy life. But it wasn't really my passion. And at that time, I got put on furlough. I don't know if you remember that whole situation.
Yeah.
So that was a time for me to really think. And in that moment in time, health was something that kept on coming into the spirit. So I decided to take a plunge. To go into it, to go into health and fitness. It was always a passion of mine. So I did my qualifications whilst I was on furlough, passed those, and it wasn't long that I took the plunge. I quit my job.
Wow.
And I went full in.
Okay.
I went full in.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
So you make good use of the time.
I try to.
You make good use of time. So now you've migrated from so in that short time you've actually changed profession.
Yeah, changed professions. Yeah.
Wow.
Wasn't that scary?
Yeah, that sounds
very scary. Very scary.
Because one thing about finance is people get into it because it has financial rewards, right? And they're looking at stability. I don't know if that time you'd met Donna or you're planning.
Not yet.
Okay.
Not yet.
And so you've gone into, you're looking at coaching now. Part-time work, a new industry, not part-time, sorry. It's fully self-employed work. So what was it like when you were starting that?
Yeah, it definitely was it was a shock. There's that lack of stability.
How did your family take it?
They were scared. My mom was
I'm looking at Samuel. Samuel's looking at me.
They were scared. But one thing I'm really thankful for in my home, that I'm blessed to have a home in where we can really communicate. And I can really just speak to my parents. And they know me, they know my character, and they know that if I'm going to do something, I'll give it my all. And ultimately, they could see that I wasn't playing around. And once they knew that I was serious, they were fully behind me, which was good. So there was some nerves in the beginning, as you can imagine. But in the end, it was fine.
Okay. So now you've gone into being a personal trainer. So did you do it as like online? Did you go to a gym? What kind of way did you take it to insert yourself into this line of work?
Yeah. So it was online and in person as well.
Okay.
So at the time, I was training people sort of like outdoors, in fields, sometimes in the gym.
Okay.
And then also building my presence online.
Okay.
And then eventually, I decided to go full online because I was getting sort of like messages from abroad, all around the country.
Wow.
And that kind of led me to really focus online, because obviously the reach is quite vast.
Wow.
So you can get your message out there quite well online.
Awesome. So that's where you had an online presence. So obviously on the Tuesday, we'll hopefully explore more of that side, intricacy of the work. So how did we niche down into traditional foods? Where did that come into it?
Culture, heritage. Knowing my background, seeing people struggle with health in my family, friends, but then also visiting Ghana and Gambia and just looking at the ancestral way of living, I could see that there was something special that our ancestors knew about health that we were continually being disconnected from here in the West. And so I was really I was really conscious about that and started to ask questions. What is it that they knew? What practices did they have? But there's obviously a health issue right now. Where have we gone wrong? And I started asking questions about that. So it really took me deep into the culture, into our heritage, into some of our superfoods that we have, the way we prepare foods, that maybe we could go back to more of an ancestral way of doing things. So it really opened up a whole can of worms for me.
Imagine,
and that began the journey.
See, I like the way he said ancestral, right? Because like we've done the breakfast show other times, we did a program on bread, and it's like we find that the way they used to do bread previously was not how we do it today. Before, nowadays we remove the husk and we've got white flour, and it's just not the solution. It's not good for us. But back in the day, it was a superfood. Bread was a superfood. So I get what you're saying. The initial implementation of a particular type of food back in the day was actually good. But nowadays, with refining food, processing food, the situation is a lot different, right?
Absolutely.
So you're you're West African. Tell us. I mean, I'm looking at Samuel. Samuel's looking at me. So, actually,
I'm just absorbing everything. Because one thing I really I'm getting from Kenny is that we have to be intentional with our eating habits and our health, because we just go along just doing what we do. Fast food. We get into, it's like food becomes a habit. And you just do it without even thinking of it. But then what I'm getting from you is that we need to be conscious. We need to be intentional with the way we eat. We need to be more intelligent and more knowledgeable. And I like your drive in a sense of you wanted to find the root of it. The root in order to solve the bigger picture. And now you're solving other people's bigger picture as well. So I really see, like you said, I see purpose in what you're doing. Is really, really good.
And
I really like that.
You know what's interesting, Samuel, is that many times people will only do that type of research when everything has gone wrong. When you go to the first, it's like, if I die, I die. When people would, right? And the thing is, only when you go to that appointment and you hear XYZ, this is what can happen.
Absolutely.
Diabetes, it could lead to amputation, it can lead to blindness, and diabetes is a huge problem nowadays, right? Only when they hear that, then all of a sudden comes this superpower energy to make these necessary changes, if we do. But guess what? And why I say I look at Samuel looks at me is because I'm West African. Samuel's West African as well. And we know what our cultural dishes are like. And they're super addictive. Right? If someone told you to give up
very
your
rich,
food,
savory, flavorsome, wholesome, it's heavy, and it's just soul food. It's just what blesses the soul and the body. But I like what you're saying. We need to find out how we can do it better. Because we're in the West, we're in a different climate. We're in a different settings. We behave differently. Back then, we work harder. We're always on the move, so you're burning off calories. Here we don't. So we need to find the root cause of how we can do things better, so that we can live longer and healthier. So I'm really, really, interested in what you're saying.
It's beautiful. So you, Kenny, you have tackled this head on. Remember that when you tackle the food of a nation, right? You go make some enemies. Right? You go make some enemies.
He's gaining good friends. He's gaining good friends.
But,
I come in peace, people. I come in peace.
Have you seen the Bible what it did to prophets? The Lord said, people get half in two.
Absolutely.
So you decided to niche down. So what were your first steps? What was it that you observed? What was it that obviously you had your own health challenges? You was very inquisitive, but what pushed you and caused you to niche down even more? And what was the reaction from people that you spoke to?
So again, just looking at our culture, looking at our people and the habits and sort of the common health issues that we're seeing. We're seeing a lot of diabetes, pre-diabetes. I mean, the amount of people I speak to that have pre-diabetes, and young people as well. So you start realizing this is an issue. This is a big issue here. High blood pressure and everything like that. So I started looking at those things that were plaguing our people specifically, and then looking at, okay, what are the habits that we have that are causing this? And mainly it's the food, mainly it's what we're eating. So that really, pushed me to dig deeper into, okay, what is it about the food? What are we doing? What's affecting our bodies here? What do we need to change, and then from a spiritual angle as well, a lot of people, they love God, they want to do God's work. But the Bible says that the body is the Holy Spirit, the temple of the Holy Spirit, right? And so in order to do God's work, we need to be able, we need to be fit, and we need to be healthy. And we see that it's holding a lot of people back from doing what God's called them to do. And so that was kind of the angle that I wanted to come from, is that, listen, you can still love God, but still be allowing the enemy to have or inflict you with this area of your life, which is your health, and we need to take charge of that area of our health by going back to some of these biblical principles, ancestral principles, and just making some amendments to the way that we eat can go a long way.
Beautiful.
So, yeah.
All right, so we're going to find out about some of these amendments in just a moment. All right, we're going to really enjoy this very shortly, and this is important for me because you were someone that obviously you use your brain, you put two and two together. You're like, no, this is, and you did your research, whereas myself, I grew up, I'm South Londoner. My mum's Ghanaian. She would do fufu in the night and go to sleep afterwards. As soon as I turned 13, I rebelled against fufu. But there's some dishes I like. Now, obviously, different cultures, whether you're Portuguese, Spanish, whether you're from Europe, there's all these different dishes, carbs. I know my dish has a lot of carbs in there. Italians are pretty much got it pretty okay, pretty much Mediterranean food, right? Pretty much, yeah. But this is what happened. My mum had a stroke. So out of the blue, she had a stroke, and then I saw someone who was so independent, so strong. She was a cleaner. She'd wake up early in the morning. She was doing her thing. She lost all of it. It affected her speech. She couldn't go up the stairs. And literally, my mum only had 3 boys, no girls. So you can imagine when you have to look after your mum, it's not easy. So obviously I was looking after her. So life became heavier because of that. And then when I looked into it and started to understand it, it was all coming from the food.
Yeah.
It wasn't just out of the blue people have a stroke, and then other health challenges came from that, and she passed away.
Aww.
But this made me look into it more. And how many families are hearing what you're saying right now and probably see the show as just a show. This is oh yeah, it's nice what you're saying, oh yeah, but it's something very serious that affects all of us, isn't it, Kenny?
100%. I've had family members, my grandmother passed away in Ghana. She didn't need to, when I look back on it, these are things that can be helped. They can be dealt with. If one receives the right information at the right time, they can make these amendments if they're willing as well to make some changes.
Beautiful.
It can be difficult. 100%. We were talking off air, the soul foods, the cultural foods, some of the habits that we've had from childhood. It can be difficult to break. But by the grace of God, we can do all things through Christ that strengthens us. And we can break bondages. So yeah, let's
go into it.
Do it.
All right, guys. So we're gonna get some nice insights from Kenny in just a moment. All right. If people wanted to look at your material right now, where could they find you?
Yeah, social media, Facebook, Instagram, at Kenny Adote. That's my name. It's literally just my name. That's where you can find me.
Beautiful. All right. You're speaking about your journey into coaching. So you're a personal coach, and your journey identifying the issues we have in our various cultural foods. But obviously you share material online, which are things that people can do, alternatives. So how did you get into that, into learn about metabolic health? And just a quick disclaimer to our listeners, because obviously you're a personal coach, but you're not actually a doctor, right?
No. Not a doctor. So of course, the advice that I would give, if anyone's dealing with any kind of metabolic issues, the first point of call would be to see your, health professional or doctor. But these are just some ideas and that have helped me, a lot of the people that I've coached, when it comes to certain metabolic issues.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
All right, so many people believe losing weight means extreme diets or endless hours in the gym. What myths do you come across most often, Kenny?
How long have we got? Well, I think as we're talking about food, we can maybe go through that angle. I think there's a lot of underlying issues that aren't addressed if we talk about metabolic health. A lot of people I speak to, they're dealing with things like pre-diabetes, PCOS for women, which is an issue that many women are dealing with. This is a polycystic ovary syndrome. High blood pressure, all these things, and that kind of pointed me towards the direction of insulin resistance, which is an issue that many people are dealing with. And we look at our culture, a lot of the high carb, high starchy foods that we love to eat are very predominant, especially in the West African, culture. So whenever I'm helping somebody, I always look towards that and how we can sort of make some adjustments. I think we were talking off air about insulin resistance. Maybe we can go into that a little bit.
Yeah, please go for it.
So basically, insulin resistance, we can talk about that because it's an issue that a lot of people are dealing with right now. Insulin basically is a really important hormone in our body, and it basically regulates and tells the body what to do with the carbs that we eat. Everybody loves carbs, right? And so what happens is that when we become insulin resistant, basically our cells become really inflamed and they stop responding to insulin, right? Insulin's really important because what it does is it regulates our blood sugar. So whenever we eat carbs, we eat jollof rice, wache, whatever it may be, the body breaks down the carbs into sugar called glucose. That goes into our bloodstream, okay? Now, normally what happens is insulin is released by the pancreas and it takes all this blood sugar into the cells so we can use that for energy, right? And that's a normal healthy case, right? And that's good because it stops high blood sugar, right? It stops all these issues and stuff like that. But what happens is that when we are insulin resistant, the cells stop responding to insulin, right? And what happens is that that's a problem because the extra glucose in the blood is not able to be used by the cells anymore. So now we've got a problem of too much sugar in the blood, and that is basically pre-diabetes, right? Or chronic high blood pressure, or high blood sugar, I should say. So as a response, what happens is the body now starts to respond and says, okay, there's a problem. Let's release more insulin, all right? So now what happens is the body responds by releasing more insulin into the blood. Now, insulin basically, it goes to your cell just like a doorman, right? It opens up your cell gates and it allows glucose to come from the blood into the cells so your cells can use it as energy. But when you have insulin resistance, the insulin stops working. It's like the doorman stops opening the door for the glucose to go into the cells. So now you've got a problem. There's too much sugar in the blood. The body tries to pump more insulin, more doormen to open the cells of the gates of the cells, but the cells aren't responding. So now you've got a problem with too much glucose in the blood and too much insulin. And this is a big issue. It causes insulin resistance. So what happens is the body's like, I don't know what to do. It starts wrapping up all this extra glucose and insulin as fat, as fat cells. Okay? So as you can imagine, the average person is getting bigger and bigger and bigger because we're over relying on foods that are spiking our insulin. And these are mainly coming from high starches, high sugars, processed foods. So whenever I'm helping someone, I always look to their diet first. How can we start cutting back a little bit on the high starches, the high carbohydrates, start reducing that and start balancing our plate a little bit more, so that we can start bringing down that insulin and start burning fat.
Lovely. So it's not just about, because many times when we hear about weight, we hear calories. It's more than just the word calories. We're talking about insulin as well, a hormone in the body. Is that correct?
Absolutely, yeah. What we've got to understand is that aside from calories, everything that we eat has a hormonal instruction. Whenever we eat a food, there's a hormonal instruction, okay? So what we need to really be more concerned about is what is the hormonal instruction of the food that we're eating. So if somebody like myself who puts on weight very easily, it might not just be a matter of counting calories. You can still count calories and be in a calorie deficit, but if you're eating foods that are telling your body to store fat, you're still going to have a problem. You're still going to be in this insulin resistance kind of condition. So we need to be more concerned about our hormonal health and our metabolic health, as opposed to just counting calories. Is what was my opinion, basically.
I heard somewhere that there are people that are slim, and they need to be concerned also, right? They appear slim.
Yeah. So you can still have cases where you're naturally skinnier or slim, but still have a case of insulin resistance. You know. And again, you know, this can cause issues, you know, so you can still have high blood pressure, you can still have pre-diabetes and be slim. Most people will have a case where, you know, they're dealing with excess body fat. So it goes to show that metabolic health is not just about losing weight. There's something underneath. So if you're somebody like, you know, you don't put on body fat too easily, it's not an excuse to just eat anyhow. You know. At some point your health practices will catch up with you, you know, and so yeah.
All right, and here's something else. So just a few statistics that we got here. And it says for children, 9.6% of those aged 4 to 5 and around 90% of those aged 11 to 15 are obese.
Wow.
19%, right?
Wow.
Yeah.
With higher rates or in more deprived areas. And that's from the UK government food standards and one in...
Wow.
Yeah, so...
1 in 5.
Yeah, it's crazy. And also diet-related illnesses such as type 2 diabetes, high blood pressure, and heart disease, as you was mentioning earlier, Kenneth, is rising in all age groups, fueled by diets high in fat, sugar, and salt, and low in fruit, vegetables, and fiber. UK government food standards. That's from the UK government food standards. So this is alarming, right? Half. And it's becoming common. It's like we see someone, like if we're overweight, we see it as normal because we compare ourselves to our environment, right? So this is my environment. Everyone's a bit, yeah, it's all right. That's just Uncle Joe. Okay, I'm like Uncle Joe now. That's cool. I'm okay like Uncle Joe. You know what I mean? And the people who are fit, it's like, oh, they're doing something ridiculous, but they're normal. That's the ideal scenario.
Yeah.
So we are really, Samuel, living in a strange world, you know, right, Samuel?
Yeah, I'm just absorbing everything, and I just keep saying to myself, I now have to be conscious and really intentional what I do, and really know myself as well. I like what you said in terms of, you know, it's not just about being overweight or being skinny. You need to know what triggers those things. So that means I need to know myself. I need to know my body. I need to know how I am, which requires me to do more research, more, you know, get more information, and then, you know, adapt myself. Because our struggle began, well, for me personally, after 35, I started seeing changes in my body. Because I was always skinny, like you're saying. I was always skinny. I can eat anything at any time, and I was fine. But after 35, I started seeing that my metabolism wasn't as quick as it was. Then the struggle began. Then I was trying to, what's going on here? The body was just different. It was strange. It wasn't responding to the way that I wanted to respond. I was very active in sports and everything else. But, you know, even injuries, recovery time, everything changes. So I'm doing a lot to trying to get myself into this new era, middle ages. Is it middle ages or it's a fight.
Still in the middle.
Yeah, still in the middle. But it's a fight, and it's we just have to be intentional with everything we do. We have to really now use our brain to eat.
Yeah.
Debs, it's not easy, eh?
It's not, you know. I mean, I have been one of those people that have been able to eat more or less anything I want for a long time. But then I wouldn't say I'm unhealthy because, you know, my mum and dad brought us up to, you know, to eat our fruit and vegetables and so forth. And then when you get into adult stage, you kind of, you know, like veer off and you do your own thing and you forget about those really, really good vegetables and fruits that you used to eat. But for myself now, I think I'm more conscious. I'm doing a lot of walking, even though I do drive, but I make sure that I do. Actually, yesterday I walked a lot more than I was supposed to. That was unintentional, but I was on a mission. But then I know the benefits of that. I wanted to ask a question, actually.
Sure.
Do you encourage people to fast?
Yes.
Or, I mean, what fasting techniques do you normally recommend? And like for what people, you know, because I mean, you're going to have those really obese people, aren't you?
Yep.
And then you're going to have like the ones that are a bit slimmer or just normal. I mean, how would you recommend fasting for those groups of people?
Yeah, no, great question. So what I'll start by saying is, and it kind of links to the whole insulin resistant thing I was talking about, is that the body, we have two energy systems.
Yeah.
We've got a sugar burning energy system and a fat burning energy system. Now, when we have metabolic issues, we're over reliant on this sugar burning system. So what we need to do to promote metabolic health or metabolic flexibility is teach the body how to be flexible between using the sugar burning and the fat burning.
Yeah.
So fasting is something really powerful, biblical as well, that promotes the body to start using that natural fat burning energy system. So when we go without food for a period of time, the body can start using the fat that's already in our body as fuel, which is a fantastic way to improve our metabolic health, start burning fat. So a great place to start is intermittent fasting. You've probably heard of it before. So a lot of people start by, maybe skipping breakfast, okay, and just staying hydrated in that time, and then maybe breaking your fast at lunch, right? And that's a great way to, start fasting essentially, and start gaining the benefits of fasting. And something to add to that as well, we fast overnight naturally when we sleep, right? So that gives the body a chance to bring down the blood sugars and the insulin. So prolonging that fast a little more and not eating up until noon is a great way to actually teach the body to start accessing that fat burning, which is great, and if we can start promoting that in our body, it's a great way to start, shifting some body fat.
Fantastic. Because I remember when we did the program on intermittent fasting, and so everything I learned on Wellness Wednesday, I put into practice. That's how I ended up gardening, because of Wellness Wednesday, right?
Wow.
And the thought of going a period of time without food, we do it for spiritual reasons, but we're talking like 18 hours. We're talking, you can do it for 24 hours. You can do it for 36 hours. You know what I mean? And I did the intermittent fasting, like what you said, 7 p.m. was my last meal. Then I would eat the next day at 11 a.m., which was good. But then I leaned more into it to do a 24-hour and a 36-hour. And the first thing you think, I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. There's a 72-hour. I'm dead. I don't stand a chance. You go take away my cookies and jollof rice. I ain't gonna make it. I can't make it. But I leaned into it, and I was like, and I from the intermittent in the evening, I obviously increased it, and I discovered, and I learned that it's good to do gym.
Absolutely.
Right? So I started from where I was, and I increased bit by bit. And when I went to the gym, it was great. And I remember, especially when I did the 36 hours, I did not feel hungry. I could sense my body's needs being supplied by my body. And the body stores energy to be used. We never get to a point where it's used. We just keep increasing day by day, just consuming, thinking that we are normal. But when I was going to the gym, I was building muscle, and I was using the body's natural energy. And the psychological switch that wants to make you, let me go find something to eat. But the moment I use my reasoning to be like, no, I'm good, man. You know what I mean? I started to see the benefits, like what you're saying, working my body.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so that was really powerful.
Absolutely.
So there is that wall that we have to fight against initially when we're making these changes, right?
Absolutely, there is. And personally, I like to bring God into the picture. God hears our prayers, and a lot of us don't involve our health when it comes to our prayers, or inviting God into the journey. So
that's true.
Praying and asking God for willpower, for strength, for the spirit of self-control, which is a fruit of the spirit, right? Which is very important, self-control and discipline. And just training ourselves in that way, So when it comes to fasting, 36 hours may seem daunting, 24 hours may seem daunting. So just start with a baby step. Start by skipping breakfast. And just in that time, meditate on a scripture that will empower you, that will motivate you to last those few hours. Keep yourself hydrated with water and salt. I remember we were talking offline, Celtic sea salt.
Beautiful.
Which will give you some electrolytes.
Just 1 grain, right?
Just a little crystal on your tongue. I do that for every liter of water I drink.
Okay.
And just set a goal of, in this time from now till noon, I'm going to drink a liter of water, maybe have a herbal drink or a coffee, meditate on some scripture. and see that as a way to motivate yourself, right? And you'll see slowly that you can do it. You can do it. You can push yourself. Okay, I went till noon. Maybe I'll go till 1 next month. You know, and the perfect thing about fasting is that as you go along and you prolong, there's different health benefits that start kicking in. So we mentioned the 24-hour.
Go, brother.
Yeah.
we need to know why we need to do this. We need to know why. Oh, why? I need to extend it, increment. Why?
Why?
Give me the whys, brother.
Let's go into it. So we talked about fat burning. If you fast for about 15 hours, 13 to 15 hours, you start accessing that powerful fat burning energy system that the body wants to start using. You start producing ketones, which are really powerful, because ketones basically are neurotransmitters. They fuel the brain, they do all sorts, and they give you energy. If you start prolonging that and go towards 17 hours of fasting, what happens is something called autophagy. And basically what happens is that the cells start to literally detox. Okay, so your body starts to find areas that it needs the most help, and it starts literally going to those areas and working on those areas. Isn't God amazing? Right? So those cells start to detox, they start to regenerate, old cells start to go away, and you start to literally become anew. 24 hours is a whole gut reset. Okay, so anybody dealing with gut issues, constipation, whatever it may be, 24 hours is a really good fast to start doing, because it will help to regenerate your gut, provide a good area or a good environment for your gut, for good bacteria to start growing again and to kill bad bacteria in your gut. That healed my gut. Doing 24 hours healed my gut. Bloating completely left me, and it was fantastic. So if you keep on going, 36 hours is like another kind of fat burning kind of like accelerator, you know. 72 hours is like you start really regenerating your cells in a whole new way. Autophagy, all of these things. So it's beautiful.
And these are things that the body naturally does. Like we're accustomed to be like, okay, let me go eat. I mean, it makes you feel nice, right? And we regret afterwards. But God is like, man, just deny yourself. And all these miraculous things the body does alone. I like autophagy there, because autophagy is when it means self-eat in Greek. And it goes and hunts all the bad cells, all the cells that are not working. The cell called Fred, you know, he was there since you were the age of 9. He's just sitting there.
Darn it, Fred.
It's okay, let me help you, give you energy. You know, and he ain't doing nothing for us. That bacteria that's there, you know, forever, it's stagnation in our fat. And autophagy goes, eats those, and renews them and sends the new cells to where things need to be fixed.
Absolutely.
Fasting.
Powerful.
Dude, you're powerful. Bless us.
You, man. I'm sat here and God is just slapping me. And the only thing you keep saying to me is, go and learn from the ants, you sluggard. That's what God is telling me as I'm listening to you. So this has really blessed me.
So you know, so we're getting all these things from you, fasting. You're a coach and regular foods. Because my question before you jumped in, Devs, was going to be, with so much health advice online, what actually makes your approach very different?
So again, I go back to that verse, right? My people perish for a lack of knowledge. I think there's a lot of advice that may help someone short term, but underlying people may not understand their body more. They may not understand their body, what works for them, and have a true understanding of their hormones or metabolic health. And I believe that true power understanding is a gateway for freedom for people. So that's why I like to lean with that, you know, lean with knowledge, empower people, so that after working with myself or someone like myself, they have the tools now to go for the rest of their life, knowing how to manage their weight, knowing how to, you know, prevent certain illnesses or metabolic problems. But then also the spiritual aspect as well, you know, for a lot of people I work with, it's a way to really reintroduce God as a major force in their life. Whether that's introducing a powerful morning routine, whereby you are reading the Bible again, you know, spending time with God again, praying again, reading the Word again, you know, stuff like that. So, yeah, the spiritual aspect, and I think the knowledge aspect as well, is kind of what separates me.
Beautiful. All right, now we have obviously we all love our cultural foods, but sometimes, like we've learned today, they're not the healthiest when cooked traditionally, right? You know, Jamaicans, they call it hoil. In Africa, we just call it oil. We love our oil. Just tell you. I heard someone say it gives it more flavor. It makes it tasty. Oil. Yeah. Have you ever drunk oil? So we have a lot of thoughts in our mind. You know what I mean? And so here's the thing. We have some pictures of some foods actually you've actually put together, and but before we do, let's go into those pictures of the different dishes that you've actually made. And I really like this. So I want you to just talk us through what we're looking at so our listeners can follow. So are you able to make that big string colossus? Thank you so much. So what we got going on there?
So this one is a nice low carb meal that I get a lot of my clients to do as part of their journey. So we've got a nice catfish stew with all the colorings and the lovely vegetables and stuff like that.
You got sauerkraut there.
We got some sauerkraut, which is a good probiotic, and I always like to have a probiotic in there because they add good bacteria for the gut. So something fermented or something sour. So
sauerkraut is fermented cabbage.
It's fermented cabbage. Yeah, we've got that in kimchi. There. Like kimchi as well is really great, and then we've got some eggs as well. So that's like a low carb meal.
So scrambled eggs, catfish
stew, and sauerkraut. Here's a little bit something a bit more traditional. I like to be a bit unorthodox as well. So some food combinations that people are like, what's going on there? But we've got the plantain. That's one of my favorite foods. So we're roasting it.
Roasted, not frying.
We roasted it, and we've got some okra stew there, and
with beef and fish.
With beef and some fish. I think it's mackerel in there.
Okay, how did you use oil to prepare that?
I did, yeah, and I did use palm oil.
Okay.
I did use palm oil.
What is that? Because you give it that bit of flavour?
A bit of flavour, and also it's contrary to popular belief, it's a healthy saturated fat. Yeah. It's a healthy saturated fat. The fat, the oils that from research that we need to kind of stay away from are the vegetable oils, the sunflower oils, all the oils in the clear bottles. Okay, that we see. Canola oil, which is also, I think it's rapeseed oil. And the reason being is because they're extracted from the nut with very high heat and chemicals, which basically destroy the integrity of the oil.
Powerful.
So we don't really want to cook with those oils. Whereas saturated fats, palm oil, coconut oil, ghee, right? They're really good because they actually they can take high heat.
Beautiful.
They can take high heat. So cooking with these oils are actually healthy. We just need to make sure we're not using too much, okay? Traditionally, we use a lot of palm oil when we cook, and we're drenching our soups and stews with palm oil. Just a few tablespoons is fine when we're cooking.
So we've got something nice, more close to home.
More close to home. A lovely steak and eggs. Steak is really, really powerful in nutrients and minerals. So I always like to make sure that I've got some good organic grass-fed beef or steak from time to time.
Why grass-fed?
Grass-fed because there's just more minerals. Beautiful. There's more nutrients and minerals in grass-fed food. So that's the reason why.
Sweated vegetables.
Yeah,
that
sauteed.
Sauteed.
Yeah, sauteed.
Here I come again.
Sauteed.
I always mix up words. But I mean, because they're fried eggs. So what did you use to fry those eggs in?
Coconut oil.
Coconut oil. So there's a higher smoking point. Higher
temperature. It's heat resistant, so it doesn't get damaged.
Beautiful.
And it's the perfect oil to burn fat as well. Coconut oil is used. The body uses it to burn fat, so it's a great oil.
Beautiful. So fried eggs, steak, and sauteed vegetables.
Sauteed veggies.
That looks appetizing. That looks filling. Because a lot of times when we're trying to change our eating habits, a lot of people freak out because they say, "I'm going to diet."
Yeah, eat rabbit food.
Yeah. But that looks like a robust meal.
Yeah, it's very filling. Very, very filling.
Okay, what else we got there?
Some of my favorites. So my mum's Gambian and my dad is Ghanaian. My mum's Gambian. One of my favorite stews is something called domoda, which is actually groundnut stew. In Ghana, we have a soup. We call it omotuo.
Omotuo,
yeah. This one is in Gambia. They do it more like a stew. So we've got some domoda, and we've got some ofada rice as well. We've got some ofada rice. Prefer it to white rice. Unfortunately, a lot of the white rice sold in the stores, they've removed the husk. and the fiber. And so what happens is it gets passed into the bloodstream very quickly, spikes our blood sugars, and causes that insulin resistance that we were talking about. So I like to have rice every now and then, but I'm also lean towards ofada rice. It still has the fiber, it still has the nutrients, and it can pass through the bloodstream a little slower and help us digest our food. And so basically I use ofada rice. We've got some sauerkraut in there again, and then we've also got some vegetables, some spinach and avocado and hummus.
Fantastic. So look, we're gonna have to stop there now because you've got so many dishes, and what I'll do is I'll put it in our you got loads of them, man, and they all look very appealing, very fresh, very tasty. It looks nice.
Healthy,
I can
balanced.
see healthy balance. I can see us doing meal preps with that
Absolutely.
as well. You do meal preps as well?
That's on the works.
Okay,
That's on the works. Yeah. Meal
Good.
preps on the works.
So just very quickly, what's next for Kenny? What's coming up next? What's the next big thing?
More speaking. More speaking. God's definitely pushing me down that path. You know, overcoming fear, overcoming procrastination.
You're not afraid.
I know, but in
of courage.
Jesus' name, in Jesus' name. So more speaking, that's definitely in the works, and of course more coaching as well. Coaching more people in the UK, around the world. That's what we want to do.
All right, guys. And so those of you who are on the Breakfast Show broadcast, which is on the Telegram app, I will upload these pictures onto the Telegram so you can be able to cycle through them and get some really, really good ideas. And if anybody wants to find you, Kenny, where can they discover you?
Yes, social medias for now is the great place. So Facebook, Kenny Adote, my name. Also, Kenny Adote on Instagram. Those are the best two places to find me.
Kenny Adote. How do you spell Adote?
Adote, Adote, for my Ghanaian listeners.
There you go. All right, guys. So look, today's been great. All right. So this is it. Health doesn't have to compromise happiness and satisfaction. You know what I mean? Being healthy is normal. Eating well is normal.
Yeah.
Having eggs and steak and with some vegetables is normal. You will not die if you're making changes from what you're doing, because if what we're doing is taking us in the wrong direction, we're going to a doctor's appointment and we're saying your body's mouth is flashing lights that things are not okay. So let's get in touch with Kenny for sure, and let's use the knowledge we have to make those changes that we're supposed to. I'm gonna hit with the vinegar. Thank you so much for that. You've been awesome. Literally, I'm gonna go for
One last question.
Yeah,
Absolutely, of course.
Jollof rice, Gambian or Ghana?
I don't want to cause war. You really want to dig me into the deep waters today?
Or best of
you know
both
what?
worlds?
I'll say they're both amazing, but nothing beats jollof from the original. Yeah, which is from Senegal and Gambia.
Okay.
So far, I've met Sierra Leone.
Okay.
The unspoken sister who doesn't come into the fight.
Okay.
They do fantastic.
I always
job.
think it's Gambia, but
Yeah.
Okay.
I won't deny that. So yeah, Sierra Leone's up there. It's up there.
It's it beats Nigeria and Ghana.
It's
That's what
up
I'm
there.
gonna say. That's what I'm gonna say. For me, anyway, that's what I found. But guys, you know, we can talk food. Brings everyone together, you know, and it's great. And it's been great having with us today. Kenny, you've been absolutely awesome.
If I can just add one thing.
Yes, go ahead,
One thing. When it comes to the rice, the carbs, and all this kind of stuff, one thing that we can just take into our everyday lives is just our portion sizes. Okay. It might be difficult to completely say no jollof or whatever it may be, no banku, no fufu or whatever, right? But if you can just keep your carbohydrates to a quarter of your plate. Okay, start balancing that way. Okay, it's going to do go a long way to helping control those blood sugars. A quarter of your plate carbohydrates, a quarter of your plate protein, half of your plate vegetables. Start with that, and that's a great way to start balancing your plate.
Fantastic.
All
right, guys. It's been great having you with us, Deborah and Samuel.
thank you. Thanks for having us.
Kenny,
It's been a
you're
blessing.
awesome.
Thank you.
Donna, you're great.
Pleasure.
She is.
All right.
She is.
The camera lady behind the scenes. Remember that every time you see his social media material, Donna's right there behind the camera, ain't it, Donna?
It's my best friend. That's my best friend.
That's it. All right.
Yeah.
If you are on Telegram, once again, BFS Broadcast. Go search BFS Broadcast on Telegram. If you're not, on Telegram yet, just message us on the Breakfast Show WhatsApp line, +44 75 79 79 6845, +44 75 79 79 6845. Just message us there, or producer@libertyradio.co.uk. Producer@libertyradio.co.uk is my email. Love to know your feedback on the show. Love to know any questions you have. It's your show. You make it happen, and we love being with you. Tomorrow's show is going to be Relationship Power Thursday. We'll be back same breakfast show time, 8 a.m. All right, so don't miss that. And today we're going to be having our next program, A Matter of Faith, with Pastor Renato at 10 o'clock in the next 5 minutes. So don't go anywhere. Stay tuned. Yes, Debs, what is it?
No, I'm just watching you. Yeah,
okay, all right, good. All right, guys, until tomorrow, same breakfast show time, same breakfast show channel. I look forward to seeing you all then. Ciao for now. Farewell.
Ciao, guys.
Bye, everyone. Okay, guys, I really hope you enjoyed that show and you actually captured that breakfast show vim. We laugh, we joke, we learn, and we equip ourselves for day-to-day life. If you want to see more, guess what? We're actually live with a live chat and a live video feed Monday to Fridays on libertyradio.co.uk from 8 a.m. in the morning. So don't miss a breakfast show beat. Like and subscribe if you haven't, and definitely connect online. And I'd like to see you there on the show. Type your name in, communicate on the morning. If you didn't already, we're also on Instagram. Check us out on Official Liberty Radio on Instagram. There's so much happening on that platform. Definitely go check it out. And I'd love to see you there. All right, have a good one.